Hello everyone, welcome to Dragon Gaming's Friendly Realm. I'm your host, Dragon Gaming Kid Fun Gaming here. Today, we are going to continue working on our demolition project. I was going to immediately start this, but I told you guys and I promised you guys that I would have worked on it in between episodes, so that's what I did. I have to sneak, otherwise I will run right into the campfire. And the person we're going to add to the campfire ring today is not_Kaylee. The reason we're going to add her is just for the same reason as Roscoe Wolf and Ava JC. Nice person. There is only one rule for the campfire ring, and that is that you cannot ask to be in the campfire ring. Alright, so as I said, I did do some extra demolishing. I was planning to do a third layer, but I didn't do that. I kind of ran out of tools. So this episode, we're just going to do whatever we can get done. I'll work on it in this in-between episodes. And next episode will probably be the last one that we'll do on this demolishing project for 8-bit. Because I'm going to go exploring next episode. Or the episode after. So next episode will be the last one on the project, and then we're going to do some exploration. We're actually going to be focusing more on the jungle portion of things. I'm just trying to see where we are in relation to the world, seeing what we got to work with. Is really what we're doing with this. Obviously, I have over 3 million chunks to work with, but I would still like to see kind of where we are in the general vicinity, especially so I can get home. I'm going to... Okay, so... Security breach came... 5 Nights at Freddy's security breach came out. I'm not going to spoil much. Actually, not going to spoil anything at all, because it's really, really big. I'm not going to be able to play it on the channel, so don't get excited for that. But I have to say, I really, really enjoy the layout of the Pizzaplex. It's basically where we are. I have actually kind of sneaked at the endings of the game. There's not much to hide from, but at the same time, like, it's those type of endings where you kind of knew. They're pretty anticlimactic, but at the same time, you know, you just have to, you kind of have to accept them. And they do add confusion, so there are like 7 endings in total that you can get. I don't know how you're going to get every single ending, but I'm currently watching Super Horror Bro play. And I'll be honest with you, I actually enjoy his Let's Play. What else should I talk about? I said this last episode too, that I need to come up with like a list of things to talk about, because I just don't like know a lot of things to really like. I'll start recording and then have no clue what I need to be talking about or what I need can be talking about. So I really need to come up with some list per episodes sort of deal. Well, there went that pickaxe. We're going to really kind of work for 20 minutes on this, and then I'll work on this in between episodes, and then of course, well, this time I have actually something to, I have no excuse not work on this in between episodes. Plus, we do have cobblestone for days. I can always keep creating shovels or whatever the situation calls for. But like I said, I mean, I can't really talk about Bendy since I just talked about FNAF. I would like to talk about Bendy, but there's really nothing going on in that world of things to talk about. The only few things that are there are just a couple of things that we got a good while ago, and that's not really much. Wasn't really much to begin with, much less, a couple stuff on the line. I do feel like towards the end of the year, we're already in December already, but I do feel like towards the end, we're going to get an update. There's no excuse not to get an update of what's going on or why it's taking as long as it is. See, like, they don't have the marketing for they don't have the marketing like Nintendo or whoever has. So they need to keep the fan base that intrigued. That's kind of what I don't think they'll realize. Is the game will be popular for like a week, and then boom. It's not going to be as popular as its predecessor was. The predecessor, I do feel like, story-wise, had a lot for Dark Revival to live up to. At the same time, I don't feel like... I definitely don't feel like they need to... I definitely don't feel like they need to keep everything radio silent. Because the diehard fans are going to be, fans of this for like a week. And then drop that and be expecting, something new. I'll be honest with you, even Scott Cawthon did a whole lot better job than what they're doing. And he was a one-man show, He was a one-man show, and he still did better than the 6+ team that Bendy's got. Whenever he had something, he showed it. Or he would, every so often, post a teaser and would give us a lot to work off of. That's just not the case for Bendy, and the secret teasers just hasn't been their thing as it was Cawthon's, which I guess kind of makes. Well, Scott's no longer heavily focused on the game anymore. as he once was. Which fair, you know? But I still feel like... And I do want to kind of clarify, this isn't trying to get on Joey Drew Studios' case, but they need to do something quick if they ever want this game to be successful and have the leaps and bounds its predecessor did. Because otherwise, nothing will get done predecessor-wise. I think there's going to be a case where, like, I definitely do feel like it's going to end up being the case again of where the wait is going to be, like, this isn't going to have been worth the wait. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Bendy. I mean, my first ever video was Bendy related. It was a Bendy theory, for crying out loud. But at the same time, I just don't think that this game will be worth it. Like, we're gonna end up getting this game and ask, what was all that waiting for? I'm calling it now. We're going to, as a fan base, collectively look at it and go, okay. If they're simultaneously trying to work on updates and fixing bugs from its predecessor while we're at it, then I can see that. I can understand why it'd be taking so long now. But at this current point in time, I don't understand what's taking it so long. My only other suggestion of why it'd be taking as long as it is, Bendy had a console port and a mobile port. What if Dark Revival was going to be going the exact same route? Like, what if Dark Revival will have a mobile port and they're trying to get everything done at one time? That's the only other thing I can think of why it's taking so long. At the same time, you have to bring this up. The first game took over a year, like a year and a half to get completely done. And granted, that was episodically released, not full game. But that was 6 people from the beginning to the end. With the whole Kindly Beast fallout, I definitely don't see that unless it's getting too much to the point where it's tearing the team apart. I doubt it would, because I don't feel like it'd be that way. At the same time, I do kind of feel like I heard somewhere that, like, they fired the main dude who did the animations and stuff. Didn't know what he did to get fired, but that might explain on something else too. They might be working on other stuff. But at the same time, I guess not coming to mind a really good reason as to why it's taking. Like, I would rather have a game perfected than a game that's rushed with bugs. I could have waited when Bending Chapter 5 was being worked on, if they were going to go back to all previous chapters and fix the bugs that were in every previous chapter. There was also a game that was heavily rushed relatively recently. It's like a year or so. It was a Cyberpunk 2077, which, if you've been on the internet, you know how off that was. It was like any gamer would basically say, look, this isn't really not really fun, there's way too many bugs in the game, and they weren't even like helpful bugs or bugs that you can kind of play. It just kind of made the game unplayable. So I kind of feel like the Bendy team is doing such a thing like that. I would also like to point out that if Bendy and the Dark Revival ever gets a mobile port, like I suggested earlier, then I will end up playing it, and I will give you like, I'll go back to the type of gameplay content that I used to do, where I did the voices and stuff. That's what I wanted to do during Nostalgia Months, but I didn't really get a chance to do it as of yet. So, I was gonna want to do the old reaction content, but at the same time, I haven't got a chance to do it. This upcoming Sunday though, I can do a reaction video if it's neat. If I need to. I would love to do another reaction video, so I'll probably end up doing that and get my reaction videos on schedule. I basically had said at the beginning of Nostalgia Month, Sundays were going to be reactions. I messed up last week because I was out and didn't have a reaction video already recorded. And this week, I can always record one ahead of time. That's what I'll probably end up doing on Saturdays. I'll record a Saturday and a Sunday video. It's just me reacting to stuff of the older channel. I will, and I think I may or may not have done this last month. Enderman. Enderman! Come on. I'll be honest, I was too focused on the Enderman to really notice what I was doing. Enderman. If I see a long black figure, you know I'm going after the Endermans. Because the last episode, and this is why I'm went after Enderman, and I had no clue where it ran off to. Which honestly sucks, I wanted to get 2 pearls consecutively in a video. But, yeah, I was aiming to try to find the Enderman and snag its pearl. Well, if I wasn't going to snag its pearl, at least I got some XP out of it. I can't seem to find an Enderman. Which honestly is probably the worst case scenario over here. I should have taken the opportunity while I had it. I should have went in, hit it, and then ran to the water. Instead of trying to I do have to keep an eye on my hunger bar. I saw the Enderman on the way home, and I was like, "Ooh, Enderman, Enderman!" And I just, like, now I just can't find it anywhere. Ah well, I'm going to. I was going to say I was going to continue, but we're already at 20 minutes. So let's put it this way. Next episode, out of episode, I will take this down a couple of layers. Next episode, we are going to work on this one more time before we go exploring. And hopefully, and then we'll do 2-3 episodes on the destruction side of things. And then afterwards, we're going to just kind of do everything as we normally had. I am going to get rid of this because there's so much dirt in my inventory. I might as well just create an entire chest full for dirt while we're doing this. And then there's there. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.